Go.
Hello, I'm DChris. This is who I am.
Don't do that in my dream.
I'm not prepared for the do this.
In the back of my lane with the suicide doors. Yeah. In the back of my lane with the suicide doors. Yeah.
DJ Kopastetikk.
With the suicide.
Serious, but okay. All right, DChris, where are you from?
I'm from the great city of St. Louis, Missouri. North side.
North side.
Granite Archer Bridge. Rough. 2700 block to Bean. I actually lived on the north side and I went to high school on the south side. And then I went, Gateway Institute of Technology was the name back then. I think the name of it now is Gateway STEM, something like that. But I did move to North County and I did attend Hazelwood East. And then I moved back to the city and graduated from high school. Well, a lot of whores, pimps, homeless people, working class people, churches, liquor stores, and little old me. And I blossomed to be a good citizen. Oh, I was a good kid. I was raised in the church and with the school. I was in Top Teens of America. I was also a part of a lot of different organizations where we were just like doing a lot of things in the community. I was also a part of a singing group. And I also was in band, track, football, in the streets, in church. Well, you know, that's why I'm glad we're not defined by our past, but by our present. Home life, single parent home. Yeah, my mother was married, but she was mainly there. She was our mother and our Father's Day. She was our backbone. May she rest in peace. I'm the oldest of three. I have two younger siblings that are beautiful women, Diane and Dale Rankins. And I am an uncle. My Coco, her name is actually Tony. We got along.
Gotta do no fighting or nothing like that.
Oh, we did fight. The reason why we fought. Y'all, let me say something. It's Pink Whitney. But we fought over little silly things, and then we were very close because we were raised with our other first cousins because our moms grew up together. So it was pretty much like us three plus our cousins, and we were just like basically brother and sister growing up, looking after each other, going to school with each other and everything like that. But childhood was great. You know, I just wish that I didn't have to endure, or my sisters had to endure, with certain issues that we've seen our mother go through as a Black woman, as being a single Black woman, and how hard she had to work to get us to a place of comfortability and survival mode, and teaching us how to stay humble, what to be that bitch. Oh, can we curse on here?
Yes.
Oh, okay. One thing that all three of my siblings witnessed is my mom and her ex-husband, and her husband at the time, they were in a fight. They were in a fight. He was like being very abusive to her, putting his hands on her. And we just started getting irons and skillets and just start helping her whoop his ass. She was holding her own, but you know, it was more of a, no, we know that there is a man and a woman and there are children, you know, in the home, and we're supposed to honor our mother and father, also respect our elders and respect ourselves. But we just know right from wrong, and men putting their hands on women in front of children, that wasn't a good thing. And we've always had a shield coat around her when she used to date.
From that situation, it made you more protective of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Which actually is the reason why I have a majority populated female fan base. I call my fan base my wowzers, which is on my shirt. And if you like a shirt, you can go to the DChris official page and message me to get one. They are $5.99. Yeah, $5.99. That's cheap, right? Cheaper than gas. Gas like $10. My hobbies included outdoor. We were outdoors, doing flag football, girls doing jump rope, we doing hide and go seek, tag. Man, we go to the park, indoor activities, video games, of course, and a lot of shows. This generation don't have no good cartoon or TV shows or any shows that has a full black family setting, in it. My favorite show was The Cosby Show. And my favorite show to watch for music videos was 106 in Park. Oh, I used to also like Pimp My Ride, Flavor of Love, all them shows. College Hill was my shit. Actually, College Hill is what really kind of motivated me to inspire to be a college student. I'm like, dang, they living it up. College Hill. And then I got to college, and then, yeah, that's another story for another question. I was the first to graduate out of my siblings in 2010. I went to Lincoln University on a band scholarship, sousaphone, and I was the only crab in the band. Not in the whole band, but like in my section of the band. And it really taught me how to have tough skin, for one. And two, you have to be consistent, and you have to stay humble, and you have to show thyself approved to get through any situation, because your current situation is not your final destination. And then you also have to have a little mustard seed of faith. Now, did I want to quit? Hell yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I'm human. So besides band, I majored in business administration, and it was cool. Fall 2012, I had a baby on the way. I had straight F's. And I hid that from my mom. Then when I finally told her, she was like, well, you can't come back home. I did my part for 18 years, got into college. Now you straight F's, baby on the way, about to get kicked out of school, and then you gotta figure out how to get a job to make money for this kid. But she miscarried, and it really put me in a deeper depression. But that's spring. I prayed and I studied and I got through it. Yeah. It was tough. Well, I was relieved when I got the pledge stigma. Because I always, my friends that weren't in a band, they always talked about pledge and greet, and I had some time brothers and sisters that talked about pledge and greet as well. But actually, I became a Mason. Shout out to the Capital City Lodge, number 9, Jefferson City, Missouri, and all the great brothers that are, still active and non-active with the lodge. I actually became a Mason first, and then I came out as Phi Beta Sigma, and then I came out to the school as the head drum major, and then I graduated. I lived my life. Shout out to the sleepers. Advice that I would give to an incoming freshman is to enjoy every moment. Live it, because you ain't gonna be able to repeat it. However, go to class and take your ass to bed. Go to class and study and take your ass to bed. Party or take your ass to bed and get up in the morning and go to class. That's my advice to any freshman. Something that's very important to me is my energy. We as a people forget about our own energy because of saving face for others to view us in the light. We want them to think who we are, and we really ain't shit. We're all human. We all fuck up, and we're subject to error. But you have to protect your energy and respect yourself as a man and a woman first, then go on forth with whomever you may, encounter in the conversation with. Can I take a drink after this? Okay. For those who've heard of me, they assume things. When people hear my name, they automatically think funny guy, voice of the band, cool ass dude. Those three things: funny guy, voice of the band, cool ass dude. That's what people would think of me. Some would say that about me. Some maybe have witnessed a good low gut laugh from one of my hilarious jokes.
And what's something you want people to know about you?
That I'm a bad bitch. One thing I want people to know about me is that I don't play about my time, my money, and my family. My time, my money, and my family. Honestly, I wanted to become an architect. I got my degree in drafting technology. After graduation, I went to work for MUV as a draftsman. And I was tired of sitting at a desk in a cubicle, looking at a computer for 40 hours a week. I'm too vibrant for this space. So I talked to my mom about choosing a different work avenue. So I went into the mental health field, and I did that. And I had the gift of redirecting the clients to simmer down with jokes and laughter. And one of my coworkers was like, hey, you should become a comedian. Matter of fact, come to Columbia to this comedy club. They have open mic night. You get there early, you sign up. So I told my mom about it, and she said, go for it. And I went for it, and shout out to Bill. First show at Eastside Tavern, shout out to them, in Columbia, Missouri. And that's how I did my very first stand-up. And the crowd received me with laughs, claps, and hell yeah. And talk no shit type of responses from the jokes that I've delivered to the crowd during my first set. And I stuck with it ever since. But a few months after that, my mom passed, and I kind of stopped being creative, doing comedy and attending, workshops on, comedy and everything like that. And actually, comedy saved me because my therapist at the time said, hey, you might not want to hear this, but your jokes might save yourself from you wanting to commit suicide because of your mother leaving before you. And so comedy saved my life. Yeah, so comedy. That's why I'm doing it. That's why it's my baby. It saved my life. I almost said something about a project that I'm working on, but it's gonna be coming soon. But yeah, it's comedy. Whew. It's a plethora of individuals. It's not just one person. I know some people have like one person that inspires them to be who they are and beyond, but me, it's a plethora of individuals because I don't have friends, I have family, and my family is big, strong. We fight, we argue, we disagree, but we come back together and we love and we forgive, and you can't forget. But You know, I have a really big family that supports me and that gives me advice. So it would have to be my family. When writing my jokes, I think of real life experiences that are very funny, which I do have a lot of those type of experiences. I keep a journal in my notes in my iPhone, and I jot them down, and I really get inspired when I'm high. That's when I think of my most good jokes. Oh my God.
What's a fan favorite?
A fan favorite is the Mexican joke. And honestly, that was at the beginning of my stand-up, career. And I said the joke and they listened and they thought about it and then they laughed. And as a comedian, when you do your material, either they're gonna laugh or they ain't gonna do anything. So when it happened to me, after I delivered that Mexican joke, I'm like, oh my God, they didn't laugh. I dropped the ball. But then they slowly but surely got it, and then it was just, okay, this guy's funny. And it was really how I delivered the joke. Deliverance is key. When you deliver a joke and you're not unsure about how it's gonna land, it will really give a mixed response from the crowd. But if you deliver it with confidence and be yourself, very funny, full of life, you're gonna get standing ovation.
A game of Would You Rather for DChris. Would DChris rather? Okay? I'm gonna give you a set of questions and you tell me which one you would rather do. First one. Would you rather be broke or ugly?
Broke.
Why?
Because I don't want to be ugly.
Would you rather walk in on your parents or your parents walk in on you?
Neither. Final answer. But to answer your question, I'll walk in on a little scoot in the rocking chair, be like, girl.
Would you rather your partner or your someone, a friend or something, to be musty or have bad breath?
Neither. You can be musty because you can hide a must, but you can't hide a bad breath. You have to talk to people.
You ever been in a situation where somebody had both?
Yeah.
What did you do?
I gave them a hygiene basket.
As a kid?
Yes.
Would you rather meet Diana Ross or Whitney Houston?
Oh my God. I believe that choose your future. Woo. Whitney, The Voice. Of course.
Why?
Look, I can sing her all day. Heartbreak Hotel. Heartbreak. And The Preacher's Wife. That movie, when I love you. I fell in love with her. She had on that robe.
Surprisingly, a lot of people don't know that you are a part of the LGBTQ plus community. Do you think that people know and they just ignore it?
I think people just mind their business. And then when they hear or when they see, something, and I, address it and say, okay, yes or no, normally I'll say that, yeah, I am part of the community. I am a proud Black gay man, and happy Pride Month. Well, honestly, I waited until I got to college to tell my mother that I liked men. Middle school, high school, I've always dated girls. And even when I got to college and started messing around with men, I was still messing around with women because I had a situation that I talked about that happened with me and another female back in 2012. Yeah, I told her and she said, you know, baby, a mother always knows. She already knew. I wasn't doing no plan myself. To walk in my shoes, yeah, it was hard. 1, I'm Black. 2, I'm gay. And when I did the things that I did in college, as far as like pledging and things of that nature, some of that was used against me. Like, oh, I heard somebody on the line gay. What does my sexuality have to do with me joining your org? Yeah, I'm a part of the org, but that's something that I experienced. And when you experience something, you don't forget it.
DChris, you had an incident happen recently where you said you were finished and done living a secret life. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Ooh, a lot of people have been asking me about that, and I've been answering. A declaration to myself that I'm done with DL men as a whole, because it's not fair. You know, that person that you sneaky linking, is that a word? Your sneaky link has feelings too. And yeah, I was a sneaky link. But my thing is, you can only do that for so long before you get into a real heavy situation, which will involve y'all spending more time, money, energy, talking about different conversations, experiencing different adventures, and then the sex becomes more of a love-making agenda on a regular basis, but you can't publicly display that. So I made a declaration to myself to protect my energy. As I talked about earlier in the interview, you have to protect your energy and respect and love who you are. That was my initial reason for getting it out of my spirit and releasing it to the air. Yes, sadly. Because a lot of people that are a part of the community can't express that to their family. Even in certain countries, that is frowned upon. Like, you would get killed. Even in the United States, they became a little bit more softer with it. But back in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, oh no, you were really, living a secret life, having to cover up, not just your exterior, but your interior, meaning your feelings, for the person who you really want to be with, but you can't be with them because of the people that you're around, your family, your friends, your coworkers. Yeah, so it sadly does happen frequently. I pray and I meditate, pray, meditate, pray, meditate. And one thing that I recently started doing is journaling. A lot of y'all people just need to journal, because you might run your mouth about how you feel about someone to the wrong person, and then it becomes a whole topic out there on the internet, and you have to journal, because it's between you and that pen and that paper. To remain who you are, I'm gonna tell you this one small story. I was doing my set Crowd loved it. I enjoyed it. Got off stage. A fellow comedian came up to me and said, "Are you gay?" And I was like, "Yes. Is there a problem?" He said, "No. It was the way you were talking." And I was just like, "Oh, he gay." I said, "Well, are you interested in me? Like, where are you getting at?" Supposed to be talking about my talent, not who I live with. That experience made me feel, ugh. But I shook it off like an OG that I am. Kept it pushing, but any advice to any upcoming aspiring comedians, write. And try to stray away from watching other comedians. I don't watch other comedians because when you watch other comedians, you will accidentally use their technique or adapt somewhat of their style. And you want to have your own style and identity because you're an entertainer. Entertainers are the magnet. Live your best life. You only get one. Signed, DChris official.
So, David, what's something you want to say to the people?
Roll that nigga up, roll that nigga up, No, but stay prayed up. Keep your ass and your hands clean. And remember to stay 6 feet and mask up. I can be followed at DChrisOffICIAL. DChris official on all social media platforms. And don't forget to tune in to Wild Out Wednesday every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. on the DChris official page on Facebook Live.
In the back of my lane with the suicide doors. Yeah. In the back of my lane with the suicide doors. Yeah.
DJ Kopastetikk.